maybe talk about a potential client, and they are say they're 50 pounds overweight, and I'm just kind of throwing that out. So at that point, you're talking to them, and you're saying, so I'm the 50 guy that's 50 pounds overweight. So you're telling me, hey, it's a program that helps you lose weight, or the program that I'm doing helps you lose weight, or what are you kind of telling them?
Well, I start with it saying it's an optimal health program, but I notice that really freaks people out.
This is what I would say, is that now, Christine, do you have a testimony in the program? You do, right?
Yes.
Okay, how much have you lost?
23 pounds.
Okay, so if you're depending upon where you're at, I mean, if you're talking to people you just know, your warm market, these people already know you. Maybe they've noticed you've changed. Maybe they're not asking because maybe you think you have a disease. I don't know. Seriously, a lot of people.
Honestly, that happened to me before. So I was sick before.
No, but what I'm saying is that's what a lot of people will think.
Yeah.
And they don't know, right? If you share with them and say, okay, man, this program's really changed my life. I lost over 23 pounds on the program, and now I'm wanting to pay it forward. And do you know of anybody, say I'm talking with Becky, do you know of anybody, Becky, that this program can assist in and help? So what I'm doing is I'm talking around her, right? I'm not talking through her, because if I ask her, she's going to give me, well, I'm not ready. No, I don't want that. Or I don't know what that is, but I don't want it. Instead of actually talking around them and says, do you know of anybody? Most people will say, well, yeah, me. Because really you're kind of talking to them, but you're talking around them. So they don't see so then it's very non-abrasive, and they're not like, you're putting me on the spot. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of that, you're like, they're thinking, well, yeah, I might know. Actually, you know what? I might know some people. So that question right there will probably be the icebreaker right there, because right at that point, they're probably going to want to maybe have a little more interest. Well, what do you mean? What is this about? What do you mean? How did you lose your weight? Well, what are you looking for? So you're telling me you're interested? So what are you looking for? Well, I've done this and this and this, right? They'll go through everything. I've done this diet and that diet and that diet, and nothing's ever worked. Well, what's your bigger why? Why are you wanting to get healthy? So right there, I'm making a conversation with them, and making to where they're telling me what they want, instead of you're telling them what you want. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So you're really switching roles, and you're finding more information about what they're really looking for. Because if you don't ask the right questions, a lot of times a potential client is going to be like that. You're going to have 12 no's right off the bat, or 12 not nows, or whatever you want to say. But if you're asking the right questions at the beginning, you're probably going to be able to dig into it with somebody and really find out what they're looking for. And as they're asking you this, Christine, well, yeah, such and such, I've done this and this and this, and basically you're saying, well, if you regained your health like you're saying, what would that look like for you? And so right then they're starting to visualize, right? So you're really coming up with the questions that prompt bigger answers from them, instead of the questions that come out and just feel like they're on the spot, and that they're like, you're focused on them only. And then they kind of panic, and they don't want anything to do with it. It's kind of like at the beginning, Christine, if you were approached by somebody and said, and you always got to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. So if you were approached by, say if I approached you and I said, well, Christine, I'm a coach and I'm looking for people that want optimal health. Do you know anybody? You probably go, who is this guy? What do you mean optimal health? So instead of that, you're saying, hey, I've done really well in this program. I've lost over 23 pounds, and I'm wanting to pay it forward with other people and show them how they can have better health. Do you know anybody that could use that basically could use better health? How would that sound? Not bad, right? I don't know. I mean, it's worth a try.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I got nothing to lose.
You got nothing to lose. And I can tell you, I've used that kind of tactic all the time. I do trade shows, and it works all the time. And it's just, honestly, it's just with people that know you already, it's probably going to be pretty cool, because they might tell you are going to talk to anybody, and that doesn't mean you're not going to separate yourself out to where maybe a person that's skinny. Well, they probably wouldn't use the program. Think again. They probably would. And they probably know somebody else that would also. So think about everybody, your everybody list. Not just people that were just you think that need the program. Because everybody really, 95% of us have an unhealthy mind. Everybody needs the program. It's just a matter of finding the right ones that are ready, right? And the ones that aren't, you're putting them on the Healthy newsletter, right? Yes.
I forward Becky's. I haven't done mine yet.
No, do yours.
Yeah,
you want to build your business, Christine. You don't want to build Becky's. You want to build yours, and Becky wants to build yours. So
yeah, Christine, that's a good idea. You can put, like, whoever says kind of turns you down, just say, well, is it okay if I put you on my newsletter? And then they can, that's like a little bit of a step up for them. And then I think Troy, she was getting that optimal health thing from me, because I love the sound of that. And that's how I approached it with Christine. And that's why we're so copacetic with the.
And again, guys, I'm not coming.
Your way is better.
No, just remember, I'm not coming in to change your whole world and how you're doing with your coaching. I'm coming in to help you perfect it.
Yeah, I think yours is better. That because I can imagine someone, like, when I'm talking to people at church and stuff, they never think that optimal health is doable for them in their mind.
And the thing of it is, it's so far in the for them that it might take them 10 years. The rate they're going, or maybe they'll never get there. Yeah. So if you're basically, again, I always say this a lot, but meeting them where they're at and focusing on really the positives and what they can have in their health, that's good. The other thing, Christine, use the health assessment test to your advantage. Use that. I don't care if it's a client now, if they're basically in that pre-client status. Hey, do you want to take a 10 to 15 minute health assessment test? Maybe after I've done talking to them. Because if you really show them where their health is at, that gives urgency to their health. Use the tools that we already have. That's one that I love using. That is great, because people think, hey, they're 100 pounds overweight. They think they're healthy. They take the health assessment test. They score a -60. They know they're not in the good health. And that gives them current reality. That helps a lot. And that's with anybody. I don't care if it's any of my coaches. I always talk about that. The health assessment test is a really powerful tool. It helps them understand where they're at, instead of you trying to decide where they're at. You're saying, well, you're unhealthy. You're fat. You need to get healthy. No, that's not what it's about. Use the wheel too. If you're talking with people, Christine, face to face, use the healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finance wheel. Use the wheel. You know the wheel. You've seen it, right? You get it. Yeah. Use it. And on the back of it, it's got to be a my chart. So, if you're
listening, I'm writing down what you're saying.
Okay.
I didn't want you to think I was just staring down like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that Troy again. No, what a What a piece of work.
Well,
Okay. So,
I looked up and I realized you probably can't see that I'm writing. I'm at my desk and I thought, okay.
good. Right away. But what I like about the chart or the wheel is that it really gives them, I always start with the healthy body. Okay, where do you think your healthy body is on this chart? But I do it. I don't have the chart in front of me. So I'll say, hey, on scale 1 to 10, 10 being the highest and best, where's your health at? Are you at a 2 or a 5? Where are you at? And it's interesting what the kind of things people come back as. Well, I think I'm at an 8. I'm like, you're at an 8? Okay. So what about healthy mind? And, oh yeah, I'm at a 10. I haven't got a 10 yet because I'm not at a 10. So there's no way. But then you go through the healthy finance. I had a gal that she said, and I don't think she was being honest with me. She's a coach. She's actually one of my downlines. And she told me, she said, well, I said, where do you think you're healthy, for the healthy body? She's like 7. I'm like, well, okay, that's good. Where do you think your healthy mind is? I know she hasn't gone through the habits of health all the way. She goes like 8 or 9. I'm like, no way. I'm thinking back in my mind, there's no way, but that's okay. And I go, well, what about healthy finance? And she goes like 10. I go, 10? Because I know she cuts hair and she doesn't make much money. I'm like, what is she thinking? 10? Are you kidding me? Nobody's a 10. I don't care who it is. Dr. A is probably not even a 10. So, you look at this and go, okay, well, everybody can use improvement. Nobody's at a 10. Nobody. I don't care who it is. So you think about that and you go, and that's why you go through that wheel, because people, they don't know. They'll tell you where they're at, where they think they're at. And that's where you come into, so, hey, maybe that healthy finance is really low, but they think the healthy body and healthy minds are up there. That's when it gives the opportunity to say, well, wow. I always say, well, what would an extra $500 do for you every month? Well, wow, that paid my car payment or whatever, right? So then that brings the opportunity to talk about the business side. That's what I like. Because at the beginning, if you can talk about the business side and they're already jazzed up about that along with the program, you got a win-win situation. I just talked to a gal. She's ready to order her food and her coach kit at the same time. So how would that be if you have clients that want to order both at the same time and help and guide and assist people? As they're going through that process of getting healthy and understanding the 5 and 1, you're showing them how they can get there, first of all, along with 5 others, and then they're getting 5 others. So that's why I'm saying duplicatable is always a good thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I would say, Christine, for you, why don't you work on getting your other 3?
Okay.
How much time do you have this week to spend with your business? Be honest with yourself. Don't tell me 15 hours and you have 5.
Well, we are going to have a healthy happy hour on Thursday, so that'll help.
We are.
Okay. No, I understand. I'm just wondering how much time do you? Because what I'm saying, this is why I'm saying this is because I want to know what time, quality time, you want to spend with the business. And I'm not telling you have to spend any time with it. I'm asking you how much time you have to spend. You can do this later. You don't have to do it in front of me. But it's good to know. Just give me a ballpark. 2 hours, 3 hours?
I get up real early. That's when I do most of I usually get up around 5.
Okay.
And that's when I do anything that's supplemental to my life. Okay. So, supplemental to my work life.
Okay.
So, like, tomorrow I have to be at a campus at 7:30. So I'll have like an hour tomorrow morning. I could do some things tonight. I sort of lose steam at night because I get up early. I mean, like, I'm up at 5, but I'm like up at 5. Like, I've already had my coffee, like my mind's moving. I usually get on the Meltdown Challenge. That's when I walk, if I walk the dogs or I do something physical.
Sure.
It's when I journal and start my day.
Okay.
So tomorrow I've got
I'm just
that
thinking, I'm just talking about through the whole week, as in if you look at,
whole
okay,
week.
I got an hour this time.
6 hours.
How many?
Maybe 6 hours.
Wonderful. Great. So we can easily come up with 3 clients. That's going to be a piece of cake because you've got Becky as your business coach.
Mm-hmm.
Which can help and guide you. Yeah, 6 hours is plenty. If it's uninterrupted 6 hours, you'll do fine. You'll come up with those 3.
Okay.
Yep. I would just, and this is the thing too, Christine, you wanna organize your time. You got to figure out where it's going to fit. And what we're going to do each week is we're going to go over what happened last week and what we can improve on this week. So each week we're going to get better and better and better.
This is my time organizer.
Okay. Good.
It's pretty great. It's goal oriented.
Whatever works for you.
So,
Whatever.
Okay.
So
That
that's
sounds good.
What's that?
I said, that sounds good.
Okay. So, Becky, what do you have for me this week? What task are you wanting to do?
For me?
Mm-hmm.
I am. I have one lady that wants to talk to you, but she's leaving for Hawaii tomorrow, so she's not interested in talking today. She wants to do it when she comes back.
That's fine.
So, and
next week after, she's gonna be gone a week or 2 weeks or what?
Yeah, she's gonna be gone 2 weeks.
That's
so
fine.
I meant not next week, but the week after. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
So,
Becky, the other thing is, I don't mean to interrupt you. You need to follow up with the ones that you and I did a Zoom with last week.
I did on Saturday. That one lady, Linda Davis, with Mickey, Linda and Mickey on the couch. I think she's pretty close to being there. She's really interested in it because I was just doing the usual check-in call as she brought it up. So that's a good sign.
Good. Yeah. So the other thing too is you want to follow up with that this next time, as in, we got this $100 scholarship. Now, wait a minute, is she in the challenge?
She's not in the challenge. Mm-mm. She was late. She was somebody I got after the challenge was closed. So I mean this one? Oh yeah, not this one, but the last one. So yeah. So
okay.
Anyway.
Well, just kind of keep working with. Maybe $200 is not a big deal. I don't know. If it's not a big deal, don't worry about it. Right. Okay.
And Bob's still on the fence.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'm not pushing him. He's I just
He'll make up his mind. Is he in the challenge?
Yeah, he's so good. That's what made me know.
He is so great.
I tell you, he's so good. He's so encouraging to everybody. He was just a natural at it, and that's why
That's okay. In all due time.
Yeah.
Becky, all due time. He will come around when he's ready. I would just keep talking with him about it. Say, hey, I know you're in the challenge, you're doing really good, and I know we've talked about coaching. That $100 scholarship's there. Just maybe, are you thinking maybe you want to take advantage of that this time?
Yeah, and he actually said if on that thing, if there was $100 scholarship, that he'd be interested in it on the survey. So yeah. He was the only one who did. So far anyway. Okay. But not everybody's answered the survey yet. But anyway, so with those two, and who was Morgan, she's still, got a ways before she's ready to do that.
That's okay.
So I think mostly it's Bob and Linda that might come over next. And so I'm just keep working on them. And that one lady that's going to Hawaii tomorrow, she's the one I told you who she actually bought a national convention.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but never signed up to be a coach.
Okay.
So
let's put it on your calendar in 2 weeks, follow up with her.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm going to, because I told her you want to talk to her.
Yep. And then whatever else you got for me this week.
Yeah, I'm going to work on some more. I've got 2 busy things this week. Tomorrow night's book club at my house.
Okay.
So I won't be doing much outside of that, getting ready for that. And then Thursday is happy hour at my house as well.
Okay.
So, and then Wednesday.
How many people you got coming? Christine, how many people do you have coming?
I have 2 so far.
Okay. Keep working your list.
I have potentially 3.
Okay. Remember, guys, the numbers, if they say 2,
yeah,
you don't know who will show. You don't know if you get any. You might get 1. You don't know.
Yeah.
Write as many as you can.
I'm going to send out reminders the day before.
And the other thing, too, is we can talk about doing if you want to call it Healthy Happy Hour Zoom, I'll do one. I don't care. We'll go over the program. So then people can be in their own home, right? And we don't have to worry about, just say, hey, this is the time. Why not?
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, then you just kind of link with everybody. And then from your clients, all your clients, then you say, hey, do you have anybody that, that's been wanting to learn more about the program? This Zoom's going to go on. Do you know anybody? And if they say, well, yeah, my friend, Bob or something. Oh, great. Can you get his email address so I can send him an invite? Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You want to think about, how to keep going with your clients, your new client potentials and growing that part. Just like Christine's doing right now, you want to be doing the same thing.
Well, that's why I started these healthy happy hours, because I thought that like a lot of people with Take Shape for Life built their business on having things at their house.
I never did.
That
wasn't me. As in fact, I've never had a healthy happy hour at my house. Never, ever have. Now with Zoom, I'll share you something with you real quick. I actually do Zooms with new clients. And I know you do a little bit, but I do Zooms with everybody. Like I'm setting up Zooms the whole week. Like I've got like 3 or 4 right now that I've never even seen. And they've been on the program 1 or 2 weeks. So what that does is that gives that connection to where you can really, because it makes a big difference. People love Zooms. They just I'm
trying to convert everybody over as much as possible. I still have clients who only want, they want no contact, or they want texts, or, so I just kind of do whatever they want to do and go from there. But a lot of them do like the Zooms. And so
the other thing you guys could think about doing is doing like a show. I do a lot of.
That's what I was going to ask you about. You said you do some shows.
No, a lot. It's probably over 100.
A year?
No, I the most I did in 1 year was 12, and that was too many. That's 1 a month. Shows take a lot of time, a lot of effort, but it gives you really good people skills.
How do you find out about where to do a show?
Oh, geez, you're in Texas, right? Both of you are in Texas.
We're both in Abilene, so it'd be good if we could do
a women's show or a fair, like a small fair. It's pretty. It costs you a whole lot to get into. A lot of these shows, these smaller shows, they're cheap. You can get in. There's other. There's like schools that'll put on, and they'll do like I know of one like a chili cook-off that they did, and you can put a booth up for $25. Just different things, getting into the community, doing different things like that. It depends on where you want to spend your time. Like I told you before, I had, that's where from Rick and Ed, which is 2 of my executives, that's where I got them from shows, or not shows, but network groups.
I've been doing that, so.
Yeah, there's no real secret to anything. It's just you're going to get better at people skills, and that's going to create a bigger, wider audience for you because, as you're guiding, assisting people, and as you're getting better at what you're, as coaching, you're going to attract more people.
And that's why I was thinking maybe we could work on the 1-minute story. I was telling Christine and Cheryl that because I know that whenever I started, I was gushing and vomiting on people, basically. And they were overloaded with, too much. And yeah, I wish I had, had better honed 1 minute story, and that's basically, I was just going to tell them if they could get their story down to 1 minute, and just like you did, set it up. Like I did this program, and I started, and I started last fall, and I lost 23 pounds or whatever
right.
it is.
That's basically, think about it. What I just did with Christine, I kind of gave her a little tidbits, pieces of what she can do for her story. So it's not spending a lot of time on her, it's spending more time on the person she's talking to, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to sit there and tell them everything and how well it is and all this stuff.
That's what I used to do, and that's why I didn't want them to make that same mistake, because
they don't want to hear that, because it's not about you, it's about them. If you make it about them, guess what? They're going to be a lot more comfortable. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just talking. Anyway, I got to do another Zoom.
Okay.
Got another one to do. So
thanks for your time. Thank you, Troy.
And
thanks, Becky.
I recorded this, Troy, so that I could send it to Cheryl and Christine. If they want to listen, if Christine can listen to it again, but Cheryl might be helped.
Good. Well, and that's the thing, is that just like I talked with Christine about, how to share your story, that's something maybe we need to work on with Christine, and maybe Becky with you too, and maybe with your other two coaches.
Amen.
Right?
With me, yeah, with all of us, and just get us down to what, like, you could be a sounding board. We'll get our story down to, and
Yep.
be able to talk with more people like that.
Right. So then you get more comfortable at how you're saying it, and then basically from there you're gonna bring in a lot more new clients. Yep. We'll talk more later.
All right. Thank you, Troy.
Okay.
Bye, thanks, Troy.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, Christine. Hey, do you want to, what time do you want to meet in the morning, or do you want to in the morning?
Well, I have to be to school at 7:30. That's what I was going to tell you. So can we do it tomorrow evening?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And
what
then
time
I
do
have
you
a
get
question.
home?
This healthy habits. So I was looking over my notes to do the newsletter. I'm in my office in motion. I click on the Healthy Habits newsletter. It just wants me to log in.
Can you show me your screen?
Oh no, I can't do it on my Kindle.
Okay. Let me do it on here, and you tell me what's going on. Let's see.
I'll be able to see that.
Well,
But I'm in my office in motion.
yes, and then you go to
Under communication.
yes, and then Healthy Habits newsletter. Yeah, click on that.
I click on that, and then it just says log in.
Okay, you see, is there a should be username? Your username is usually your ID.
Okay.
Usually it has something on there if you are first time.
In my notes it says click first time setup, but that's not there.
Okay, then I would call client health coach services about that.
Okay.
It should be there, because unless you want to. Do you think maybe you've already put a password in there and that's why it does that now?
I can do reset, but I don't. Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, just do reset it, and then they'll send you another one, and you can reset it. I was gonna.
Okay, it says your password has been reset, so it is your ID.
Yeah, your username is your ID, and then but your password, if it's on there with the dots like mine is, like I'll show you mine. Share screen. See, like mine's got my ID number, and then my password is just ... If you don't know what that password is, maybe you did set it up and you forgot what it was, but you can click to reset or set it. And you could put all your clients in there. I put in coworkers. I mean, I ask people, I said, I've got a Healthy Habit newsletter. Can I put you on the list to receive it? And almost everybody said yes, So you could do that, and just friends and family, that kind of thing.
Okay. And you personalize yours.
I do.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But it doesn't go out to the first Tuesday of the month, so you've got some time.
Oh, okay. So I can't send it out.
Oh, yeah, you can. Go to hold on. I'm logging in so I can see it. Log in. All right, you go to newsletter where you see what I'm doing over here on the screen. Go to newsletter, and then oops. Okay, go back to home. Go to, I thought it was, yeah. Let me just figure it out real quick. I think you go to newsletter. Oh yeah, you go to newsletter, and then you see there's the newsletter right there, and you can say tell a friend, and you can send one to somebody who's a brand new person for this month.
Okay.
Click tell a friend. And what comes up is you put your name and your email address and their email address and your comments,
Tell a friend. Okay. Cool. All right.
So you can do that with your brother-in-law and your new client, the other one. And,
Okay.
like I said, you can even get on Facebook and invite friends that might want to come tomorrow or Thursday, I mean. I'm inviting like 3 people, but I'm going to put in there, anybody can come. But I don't have very many people on my Facebook that are in Abilene.
And Becky, I mean, it's just going to take me some time. I hope you understand.
Oh yeah, I hope you know that I'm not pressuring at all. It's just, like Troy's just wanting to help you get your cab if you want to get your cab. And so he comes up with ideas for that,
Yeah, which would be great. But, and I loved his suggestion. I thought it was really good. And, but I don't know. I think it's going to take a little bit of time for people to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I think it's take time to get momentum and like see some success.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, like I said, and Cheryl's having the same things. Her work life is so busy right now that she can't really focus on it too much. And I just said, whatever you want to do. I mean, that's what even me, whenever I started coaching, I just got one person on for a long time. It was just one. So, you've got the important person on your brother-in-law, and, so just keep checking on him
Okay.
And if anybody else is interested, you can invite them to Thursday, or you just never know that maybe people, can come, and I hope it'll all work out that you'll get your cab bonus and everything. That's but I'm not pressuring or anything like that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. I hope you know that, because I mean it's just that's why we ask right at the beginning. It's just
I think because I have so many irons in the fire, I think it's just going to take some time. Like, even though I make an effort to work on it, do something every day, like, I think it's just going to take some time to get moving, especially like right now, this is like the busiest time of my year. I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about how funny it is that I'm doing this too. But I also see this time as for myself. You know what I mean? To make sure that like I'm staying healthy, and that I'm remembering, because this is the times like now, this is when I let that go. I could easily gain 10 pounds in the next 2 months, easily. if I didn't make health part of my life.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. But I
now come May, I'd be like, whoa, what happened? But with that, and if I don't keep it at the forefront of my habits, it'll just go.
Yeah.
And
I'm
so
the same way. And that's why I'm glad the longer I've been in the program, I mean, you're just still kind of new. The longer I've been in it, the easier it is not to go back to that. So that's good news for you. Just keep, every day, focusing on the things that keep you healthier. And like I said, I think that whole optimal health thing, the way Troy put it, his thing was so much better than mine. And I was like, why wouldn't you want to be optimally healthy? But I just, when he said it like that,
it sounds great to me.
It clicked on my mind. I said, yeah, and that appealed to you and me because we like that idea. But, to others who are, maybe have a further journey or aren't athletic or anything like that, they'll think optimal health looks like some sort of bodybuilder. And I don't mean that at all. And I think maybe that's what the image they get whenever we say that. So maybe putting it like Troy just said, I've done this wonderful program that I lost, 30 pounds on, and I'm just looking around to pay it forward to anybody else who might want some, a good program to be on that's easy and stuff like that. So, and then do you know anybody, that kind of thing, and not put it on them or anything like that. Maybe, try that, see if it works.
Okay.
But, cause, he's a lot more successful than I am.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think you're great. I've always liked you. I mean, since you started working with me, but I don't know. I think a lot of the people in my circle are kind of, it just takes some time.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, for me, a lot of my people that had signed up for program, they didn't even do it till I was like a year of being at a healthy weight. They thought it was some sort of, a fly-by-night thing that I would gain it all back, like I always had before. So it's not against them. That's the way I always was before, up and down, gain and lose and everything. So when they started seeing results and that I wasn't, then they realized I had done something different.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Becky.
Okay, tune into Dr. A's call, and I bet you'll feel...
Oh, I forgot about that. At 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Have a good evening. Bye. And so tomorrow, what time are you home from work tomorrow?
Oh, goodness. Not till after 7. But can we talk before that? I'll be at a workshop.
Way before that. Tomorrow I have book club at my house, and it's at 7.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Do you just want me to text you my weight?
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
I'll just text it to you. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Did you check with nutrition support about your issue about staying the same for several weeks?
No, I just decided to see what I weighed this week, and then if it's the same.
Okay.
I haven't weighed in since Saturday morning.
Okay. I have another suggestion is like Cheryl said that the way she got it going again is, and I don't usually recommend this to anybody just because it's not recommended in the program, but she started having 2 or 3 shakes and it got things going more. But I know that you need Cheryl's she's very short and she's very tiny, so she may not need very much, but you exercise and stuff like that and she doesn't. So you can totally make that call, see what you weigh tomorrow. If it's down in the 160s, great, yay, let me know. And if it's still at 170, then maybe take it up a notch to that if you think you're comfortable with that. But I should think you should always maybe eat the lean and green. Try to eat it maybe at noon or something if you can. But
okay.
And those are the things I would just kind of recommend. And other than talking to nutrition support and seeing what they recommend.
Okay.
There is a plateau on your. Are we still sharing screen? Yes. There's a plateau on your website. Information, frequently asked questions. Go to frequently asked questions, and then there's information about when you hit a plateau.
Okay.
It's under starting Medifast program. On the program.
I also know it's happened since I've been on these new medications.
Oh yeah, it could be something like that. I didn't realize that.
I've also wondered about that.
This is underneath on the program. Like you go to products and plan, frequently asked questions on the program, and then why did the scales go up, and what can I do about my weight loss plateau?
Okay.
So, all right. Have a good evening, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.